For our graduates, the world is their oyster. And one way that we can do that is give students an opportunity to experience what the world has to offer in terms of business.
It gave me a jump start in a career because it gave me the experience to not only work or think locally in Australia but also globally. Like, there is a whole other marketplace out there.
Students sort of suddenly have an aha moment while they're away and they think, I could do this, I could travel around the world and use all my skills. And when they come back, they're much more confident and much more outgoing people.
Gave me a better edge having worked overseas, and especially because I work in hospitality.
So we've made a lot of contacts in Vietnam in the sport and hospitality area with universities there, with some of the NGOs that run hospitality courses for street kids.
So these days we want to do more than a cultural immersion experience. We want to give students an experience of business or their discipline areas while they're overseas. So in Singapore and Hong Kong, when we had students over there recently, the students were focusing on manufacturing, but they were looking at manufacturing from the point of view of innovation.
We were looking at the manufacturing industry in Singapore and how we could actually bring back insights from that industry into Greater Western Sydney region. It has a lot of potential for growth, and we got out of our comfort zone, which is probably one of the most important things we got out of the experience.
You sort of learn cultural sensitivity, which is very important, especially in Western Sydney, because there's just people of every nationality here, and it's really important. You can't just stick to what you know and think that it will work everywhere.
So you guys went to Singapore?
Yeah, we all did contemporary management issues as a core unit, as part of our management major, and we went to Singapore to look at the manufacturing industry and what Greater Western Sydney region can learn from Singapore's manufacturing industry. So that was our context of why we went on that trip.
Seeing that in a country like Vietnam, where there is a lot of poverty and children, they grow up and they don't really know what their potential is depending on where their background is, it just made us realise that with the right education and the people behind them, they can go anywhere.
Now, innovation is the catchphrase in Australia. Innovation, entrepreneurship, the future of business, cutting edge in business. So students are able to experience that not only here, they learn here, but they also learn what's going on in other parts of the world.
Definitely one of those things that you put on your resume and everyone asks questions about it. They're like, oh, so I see you went to Singapore, like what did you get out of it? And pretty much they're really interested to know about students going out of the actual classroom, doing something extra. This is definitely something that's extracurricular, but curricular at the same time.
The students who do report tell me that having the mobility program on their CV makes a huge difference to recruiters and those who are employing students for graduate positions.
It's been a year since I graduated and I'm already the National Marketing Coordinator for Avis Budget Group. And they loved seeing that I went to Singapore.
Several of the students have got quite high-powered positions in their careers because of being able to say they've done an internship or they've done one of these kind of overseas experiences.